plans. God's plans are ancient. God's purposes are ancient. So if they are so ancient, and God decides to call me his child, a royal priesthood, is because he wants me to be part and parcel and get a privilege of this kingdom agenda and concept. So the one who benefits is me, not God. So in the book of Job, the people in the book of Job who could give directions were called custodians or cardinals. This theological journey or historical journey, these were custodians of philosophy. So Job happened to be one of the custodians and cardinals who was staying in East. So there were other custodians and cardinals that were staying in Northwest and South, which were Zophar, Bildad, and Eliphaz. So in those days, as they were four cardinals, not only within the site where Job was, but upon the whole earth, there were only four custodians. So when things could happen in people's lives, people would want to understand why they are happening. So they could call one of the cardinals, and Job happened to be the most sought after cardinals because of his position. He knew God, but not out of revelation, but he knew God through theocracy and theodicy. So they could always call and gather as four cardinals, then they could give explanation to whatever would have happened. So it was through the wisdom that could manifest in the cardinals, that culture, that society, that sociology was then built around in the time of Job. These guys were so significant, and they were significant entities in their reign, so that life in those days were then explained through these custodians and cardinals. The one who was supposed now to explain and to give wisdom to these three cardinals and to the people that were within the realm of Job got afflicted. Now in the book of Job, where we are reading, the Bible says in the book of Job that there was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was blameless and upright, and one who feared God and abstained from and shunned evil because it was wrong in his eyes. And the Bible says this guy had 7 sons and 3 daughters. And the Bible continues to say that he was prosperous in his reign. He had 7,000 camels, 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke oxen, 500 donkeys. The man was rich, and he was so great and the greatest in the land of the East. And the Bible says now, because of the love that was around his kids, each and every time they could invite each other. Whenever one is going to have birthday, usually they could invite their sisters to come and enjoy the birthday together. The Bible says, and when the days of the feasting were over, then Job could go out to the altar, then make sacrifice for each child. Yeah, 10 sacrifices. Why? Because he could fear that maybe they could have wronged God.